Hello, how's everybody doing today? Welcome to Buzzing with Cousin. I got a great show. I'm really excited about my guest today. I've been trying to get him on. He's here now. So before further ado, he's a PRCA photographer, which means Professional Rodeo Cowboys Association. And please welcome Richard Field Levin, Levine. Richard,
How you doing, everybody?
thank you for coming on this show. And I, we've been friends on Facebook, and every now and then you'll post something, especially during the California Rodeo in Salinas. Um, you posted a lot of photos, and it was so interesting. And I mean, when I was looking at him, it was like I was right there in the ring. You know what I mean?
Yep, that's where I'm at.
And you see the bull, the hoof in the air, and the look of the
Right.
guy that's riding them. So that is really great. And I got a couple of those images that we're going to show later to the people. So, Richard, where'd you grow up, and how'd you end up in Monterey?
I grew up in Los Angeles. My mom had horses out in Culver City when I was growing up, and my stepdad married my mom when I was about 6, and they went to Big Sur for their honeymoon, and then they would come up like twice a month almost, and I rode in the back seat of a TR3 Triumph, and they became really good friends with Grandpa Deachin and Big Sur. And then it just kind of snowballed. My dad was in electronics, and he ended up in Silicon Valley, and I was surfing all over and riding horses all over Big Sur and Santa Cruz.
Beautiful.
And I actually went back to LA in the mid 80s, and I was hauling race horses down at Santa Anita, and then the Rodney King riots hit, and I had to move home because this is my home, Big Sur, Monterey, Cardinal Valley, Santa Cruz. It's the best place ever.
The most beautiful place in the world, Richard. And
Yeah.
so, were you? Did you take photography in high school and just said, "I'm going to pick up a camera"? How did that happen?
I did. My mom said if I got good grades, she'd buy me a camera when I was in, I believe it was like 6th grade, coming out of 6th grade. And I just always had a camera with me. And then I tried riding bucking horses down in Riverside, California. That didn't work out. My buddy said, just stick with the camera. You're too tall, too long to ride bucking horses. So it just snowballed from all kinds of different photography, ranch photography and surfing photography. I mean, I just took pictures of everything I loved. And they actually took me out of history class in high school to work in the darkroom, which was really cool.
What gravitated you to the Western and the rodeo style of photography?
Well, I just been around horses, race horses, and rodeo. A lot of rodeo guys that are in that biz, and like I said, I couldn't ride bucking horses, so I ended up with the camera, and I just like would hang out behind the chutes, and then it just snowballed. I got hooked. Barbara Ballantyne over at the Salinas Rodeo got me like really good places to shoot from before I got my PRCA card, and that was 30 years ago, and I've been going ever since, and absolutely love it. And we're getting ready to move. I just turned 70, so we're gonna get a trailer and a nice truck and head towards New Mexico and just start taking pictures at the old time rodeos, the Indian rodeos out there in the
Wow.
Southwest. And I just turned 70, so it's like I just can't wait to get on the road again. And my wife she loves it too. So we're a great team.
We're going to look forward to those images.
Yeah.
Richard, so you're with the PRCA,
Yep.
Professional Rodeo Cowboy Association. So are you on the circuit? Do you travel with them or?
I used to quite a bit. I used to do it like I was in a different town every weekend, and it was like a traveling circus almost. You get to know everybody on the tour, different stock contractors. Tucson is one of my favorites, and Cheyenne I got to shoot once, which was awesome. I'm going to go back to Tucson and Cheyenne, and then Pendleton's on my bucket list. I really want to shoot Pendleton. It's like Salinas. It's a three ring circus. It just doesn't quit. It's really different than any other rodeo people are used to.
Well, the Salinas, you got the home field advantage right here in Monterey.
Yeah, I sure do. And they treat us really well. They have for 30 years plus years. And
Now, Richard, I notice your images. I mean, they're pretty right. You're right there. Have you had any close calls? I mean, have you been hanging on the fence and something?
I've climbed lots of fence, but I've been lucky enough where I haven't got hooked by a bull or run over by a pickup horse or a bucking horse. And it's you get being around the animals, you know how to read them and you know where they're going to go. And it's not something could happen. It's a three-wing circus. You got to be looking around all over. You got to be on a swivel to know what's going on. The pickup horses coming in to save the cowboy, but it's like a dance, and I absolutely love it. Adrenaline goes, and we're all out there working to make sure everyone's safe. And it's just I just can't get enough of it. I love it, and I'm 70, and I still want more.
That's really great. And do you think that when you're doing a shooting show, do you have a plan that you're going to do something, or is it all instinct? A bull coming out, pull the camera up, or
we always have a plan what lens to use. I got like 6 different lenses, and I always start out with a plan, but it always goes by the wayside because this stuff starts happening. You see stuff unexpectedly, and you just got to keep looking around when you're not shooting. You find stuff, and you just like behind the shoots, it's really fun. And then you can shoot over the shoots for the action, and you go out with a plan, but it never sticks. Never really sticks. It's a good idea, but
yeah,
it's you look for stuff constantly.
yeah, that's really great. Now, Richard, you also worked at the Hearst Ranch. Can you tell us that?
Hearst Ranch was really cool. I ended up I was out in Cuyama with the singer-songwriter named Tom Russell and his family. And one of the kids, Jubal Russell, worked for Cliff Garrison, who was the head cowboy at the Hearst Ranch. And we were all sitting around after branding, having beers and barbecue and tri-tip and hanging out. And Cliff asked me if I wanted to come down on the ranch. And I said, heck yeah. I didn't even know what ranch it was at the time. And I said, I'd love to. And he gave me his card, and it was the Hearst Ranch. And we ended up working on a book and working for them. I'm still kind of on and off since 2007. And we worked on a book called Hearst Ranch, Family, Land, and Legacy, which is all about the ranch. It has nothing to do really with the castle. And it's such an amazing history. And it all ties in even to Monterey and South Coast of Big Sur and the Del Monte Hotel where the Hearst would come up and stay. It's just an amazing history, the whole Hearst, the original ranch.
Well, you're talking over 100 years, right?
Yeah, definitely. George Hearst started it when he came from the Dakotas and from silver mining. And there's a senator's house there. A lot of people don't know about. George Hearst was a senator of California. And it's still a working ranch, which is just really cool.
Yeah, I think it's quite a few acres, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 88,000 acres plus. And then they got, I think, another 60,000 acres out by not the Post Ranch, but the Jack Ranch out there where James Dean got killed. There's a road that goes out to headquarters right there, and that's a huge ranch. So they ship them from both places, the cattle.
Beautiful, yeah.
Yeah.
Richard, now when I had a conversation with you, you're active here in Carmel Valley doing different things. Can you tell?
Well, I did. Yeah, I used to shoot Ranchers Days back in the 90s. And then I also been to Brownings up on Toro Mountain with the Dorrances and across the way to Fremont Peak at the old Reeves Ranch and the Gavilan Cattle Company. Jeff Mundell's out there, and he's a really great steward of the land. And with moving cattle and grazing them correctly, keeping them in high grass. It's really an amazing story. I think National Geographic's doing a story on him coming up soon, which would be really interesting.
And that's going to be really great.
Yeah. And then Bill Dorrance is I met him at his 90th birthday, and he was teaching a ranch roping clinic on horseback. And he's really good friends. He was really good friends with Mike Beck. Mike Beck wrote a song about his horse. And it's really cool. And it ties in with Salinas Rodeo and the Hackamore class, which was really cool.
Yeah, Mike Beck has been on the show before, and
yeah,
I love it.
He's a dear friend for sure.
He I've seen him live. He sang a song about a horse, and I don't know if it's the same one.
Patrick. Yeah, it was Patrick, not you. I messed up. Yeah, it was Patrick.
Patrick, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
really great. Yeah, I look
yes,
forward to telling Mike that you came on the show.
yeah,
So, Richard, I want to show the listeners some of your work. So maybe
cool.
could explain or just give us a little tidbit about.
Sure. That's Tina Dairies I mean, we got to redo that one. That's Josh Dairies back there, bullfighter, local bullfighter. His mom is Tina Dairies, works over at 101 Livestock, a really good local cowboy. And I forgot who got bucked off that, but that's like you just got to keep firing sometimes when the bull throws a rider off like that. It's nonstop action. Guess we can redo that one, huh? And that guy's hanging out for dear life, and he's trying to switch over so he can get up in the middle of that bull. And I think he got swung back over there, and I think he made the right, as I remember. And that's a Flying U rodeo horse right there, Saddle Bronc rider, and I believe he's the winner that won the Salinas Rodeo this year. I'd have to double check on that. I don't have my notes on the photos. And that's a dear friend of ours, daughter. That's Rocky Siegel's daughter, and she's just starting out, and she's just an amazing athlete. The horse is an amazing athlete. The family, the Stiegels are just a wonderful rodeo family. I knew Rocky back when he was riding bareback horses back in the mid '90s, early '90s, and he might have even cracked out in the '80s. But I've known him forever. He's good friends with Casey Volin, that's the shoot boss here at Salinas, and Casey's was a bareback rider along with Rocky Stiegel, and just amazing, amazing rodeo family, true California style. And I can't say enough about that family.
Okay, Richard, that's really great. And okay, so let's say somebody. I mean, there's a ton more images. I could only put so many on this
Right.
program, but there was so many more that I wanted to show. So how does somebody say, Richard, I love that one with the guy on the bull flying off. How do I get a photo of that? What do you do?
Well, it's bad timing on this because we're right in the middle of redoing our website, but usually they can go on our website and order them right off the website, but we're rebranding the whole site. And right now I'm working on like a portfolio book that I can show people. I want to take around to make like a couple places in Carmel Valley, and I'd like to get a show going somewhere. Just throw that out there. But as soon as we get the website back up, and I'm planning on today or tomorrow to finish a slideshow to put on Facebook so people can see what they're missing, like it is in between our new website.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and they
My
can get in touch with me on Facebook, Instagram, and all that. But yeah,
Carmel Valley Art Association would be a good spot.
yeah, that would be cool. Yep.
Be a good spot. Okay,
Yeah.
Richard, I'm going to let you go. And do you have anything you want to close out with, or?
Uh, I think that's about it. I'd like to do one thing and just shout out to the Vergay family, that I love them, and they stay strong. The Paul Vergay and Penny Vergay's family.
Sounds good, Richard. And we like to bring on this show just different people in the community, and you're one of them. So thank you so
Awesome.
much for
I
buzzing.
appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Cousin. Man,
Buzzing.
thank you so much.
Okay, so Richard and cousin Johnny out. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Right on.